I want to congratulate Bowling Green and their coaches came to our locker room. He's a class act and great AD there in a program that's doing the same things we're doing, trying to get it where it needs to be. So very similar, but we're certainly excited for our program. We're very excited for Las Cruces and our fans and the people back there that, I said it'd take a village, and we're far from where we need to be yet. But, and I'm shocked in some ways, but, congratulations to all the people that have helped us get where we're at. But the most important people that deserve the credit is the players. What they've gone through, being 0-4, playing 3 Power 5 conference teams, the ups and downs, the tough moments. They truly, in my mind, is what life's all about. These are life lessons these kids should never forget, because they were down, they got back up, they were down, they got backed up. They listened. They listened to the coaches. They listened to me on this is how we're doing it. This is what we're going to do. And they never quit believing in each other and the coaching staff. That does not happen in this day and age. And, frankly, I'll remember this bunch, because I don't think there's any bunch that I've ever seen get every ounce out of the talent they have, period. I mean, we got kids that are doing things they didn't think they could do. And that's a credit to those kids. And as I said, going an extra yard today. It was going to take an extra yard. And so congratulations to the kids. And it's great to see them smile. It's great to see the seniors go out with a W. And I think that we're gonna enjoy this a little bit. I don't think we've been to very many bowl games here. I think you can kind of tell the way we acted after the bowl game. We haven't been to very many bowl games and won, but who cares at that point? You're just glad that you see kids smile that haven't smiled for a long time. So with that, any questions?
Jerry, I wanted to ask about your softball start pregame, the poncho or serape, I believe it's pronounced. Where did that come from in the decision to wear that?
Oh, that represents the state of New Mexico. That was given to me after the New Mexico win, and as a gift. And I think everybody thought that, oh, coach, the gift, he'll put it, that's the pride of our state. And I said, hey, I'm in Detroit, and I'm going to show them that what our culture is all about. And that represents our culture and represents our people. So I proudly wear that. And
Warm enough?
Huh?
Warm enough?
Oh, absolutely. Those things are really warm. I'll work on it, see if I can get you one made if you'd like, because they're warm. You need them here in Detroit, I can tell you that, because I've lived in this area.
You won the bowl game, you had a great year, but like you said, you were a little surprised. Like, what is next? I mean, you had a great signing class the other day. Like, what do you think is next now that you're just getting started?
Oh, we're going to continue to improve. There's no doubt about that. We'll continue to, to get better. But, it's a whole different team next year, and a whole different. Can they have the same type of culture? Can they have the same type, what this team had? You just don't know. But I said it'd get, take 3 or 4 years to get where we want. And that's the same thing I'll say right now. This is stepped us way ahead, but at the same time, it's not way ahead. There's a lot of kinks in the armor that have to be fixed, and we're going into Conference USA, which we're very excited about. To get into a conference, and this should help us. The Conference USA should feel a lot better about New Mexico State right now coming into the conference, which I think is very important.
Coach, we're talking about third downs. It seems like every time third down, your guys convert it, no matter what it took.
Well, a lot of that has to do with our offensive coordinator and my comrade for 40 years. Actually coached him, Tim Beck, and he just dialed up some good stuff on third down, and then Diego drives me crazy sometimes, and but when it comes down to winning, he finds a way to win, and the last couple runs he made towards the end were flat unbelievable. He just threw his body out there, and I mean, he takes hits, but he's also a state champion wrestler, so that may have something to do with that. I don't think he has a conscience sometimes, but that's good and bad, by the way.
Did you know eventually you're gonna have to run the football? I mean, first half you threw the ball better than you ran the ball. Did you know it was gonna come down to how well your guys gonna be able to run the ball?
Well, Coach said all along, that hey, if you're going to beat New Mexico State, you got to stop the run. You got to stop the run. They're going to run the ball, stop the run. So we came out with a little different philosophy and threw the ball around a little bit more than we usually do. But at the end of the day, you still got to be able to run the ball to win. And our physical backs ran physical, and then anybody wants to see somebody run 10-4, they just seen it, and he's. I'm on, he ran hard. I have not seen that. He's true freshman, or not redshirt freshman, but I haven't seen him put his pads down like that, period. And so he came age a day, just running physical.
Was that something that you took advantage of the extra time, getting him more confidence? Because, I mean, today was the most carries he's had on the season.
Well, I think it really just the way the game worked out and what we were doing. But Coach G does a great job with those kids, and they're paddling. I mean, we have a great coaching staff. I'm sitting up here talking to y'all. It's all about who you hire. And I've hired a good coaching staff, and, I've always had a good coaching staff, and that's why we've been successful.
You mentioned, Coach, that, you kind of downplayed it in the trophy ceremony about winning your first bowl game ever at the FBS level. But is it kind of special to do it at a place like New Mexico State that's kind of embraced you and you've embraced them more or less?
Well, again, I downplay a little bit is just the fact that, the programs that we've taken over have been difficult programs. I've never been able to walk into one that just had it all out there, probably because nobody would hire me, But when I got hired, I proved that we could get it done. And so nothing's been easy in my life. And I was here with Tracy Clays, and I was not the head coach, but I was, that day was a big day in my life at my University of Minnesota. That was the last day I walked off this field, and we did win. And I was a part of it, and he let me be a part of it. Didn't have to, but we've been friends like 80-odd years. So to come back and at New Mexico State and do it, it's icing on the cake. Because I think most people said, that, and it's okay. I mean, I thought I was too. But a lot of people said that I'd never be back and never be able to be a head coach again. And, I have epilepsy. I still have issues from time to time. And I'm coaching football. So I want that to be a message to all the people that have disabilities. Hey, don't give up on chasing your dreams and keep fighting, because you never know what happens. And you run into an athletic director that doesn't really care what your disability is. He knows you can win. And that's why Mario hired me. And that's why I came, because I trusted him and his team. And otherwise, I'd have never got this chance anyway. So really, I owe Mario maybe my life and career, because I got that chance. And for people that didn't think I could do it, well, we're here. And I did it the same way I've done it all my life, with good coaches and good people. But I thank Mario for, helping me extend what I love to do. As my brother said, you'll never retire, you'll just be expired. I think that pretty sums me up pretty good.
Coach, McDonald goes down in the first quarter. Did you tell your defense to pin their ears back and go for it, or did you want to wait a little bit and see what fourth had, or maybe see if Bowling Green was going to change the game plan a little bit?
Well, there's a lot of change when you get a quarterback, so there's a lot of feel back process. So, I think defensively, we had to get a feel for what they were going to do. Coach Striling's done you'd have to look at the stats where we were a year ago defensively and where we're at now. Him and his staff's done a great job, and you really look at how we played defense today. We played good defense. That's why we won. We sure didn't win the kicking game. That's for damn sure. And I'm not going to bring that up right now, because then I'll be in a bad mood. But it will never happen again. I can promise you that. As long as I coach, I will never put up with that crap anyway.
Jerry, you talked a lot about Diego's ability to run, but his ability to extend plays and pass in the first half, I think, from a national perspective, and a lot of people that saw it for the first time today, was pretty impressive. Can you just speak to how much of an attribute that is for him to be able to extend plays and make so many threats down the field by doing so?
Well, you know, offensive line wise, we got 2 seniors, we got a redshirt freshman, true freshman, sophomore, and you know, there's no doubt we struggled in the offensive line, and what he's done is made the offensive line better, and they've gotten confidence, you know, so it's been kind of a unique situation, and he wasn't that confident early in the year, but we just stayed with what we believe in and with kids, and I think they appreciate that, but his ability to, you know, to do what he does. I mean, like I said, he just shakes, you shake your head, and all of a sudden you got a first down, you clap your hands, great job, like you draw it up. No, we didn't draw it up that way. He just made play. So, yeah, he was a big key in the first half with what he did with his feet and his arm, and he has a knack of seeing the field and throwing it or running it. Not, you know, so doesn't come often like that. But what makes him? He's tough. I mean, he takes some brutal hits, and I guess he's so hard-headed that he can handle it.
I don't want to put you in a bad mood, but like he really had a good first couple punts, and then he struggled as the game went on. Is that kind of
No, he didn't struggle. The protection struggle. Oh hell, opened up like the Red Sea. Poor coaching. Won't happen again. So you put me in a bad mood, whether you wanted to or not. Merry Christmas to you too.
All right, one last question for Coach.
I love you too, but anyway, bad question.
What was the message to the team when BG scored 12 straight points in the fourth quarter, had tons of momentum, and pulled within a single possession there late in that game?
Well, I think that our kids, I think coach-wise, whole thing is I stepped in the offensive huddle and said, hey, I want everybody's attention. And I said, everybody needs to relax. We're fine. Take a deep breath. Diego, slow your calls down. O-line, pay attention. Receivers, let's chill out a little bit. And they did. And certainly on that last drive, that was the message. But, you can't, as a coach, you can't show panic at all. Now I threw my headsets down, but that was over something else. But as a team, you can't show, as a coach, you can't show panic in that situation. So if you do, the kids do. So I think they came back down to earth when we came back down to earth.
Thank you, guys. We'll bring some players down here in a second.
Thank you.